Hey guys, welcome. I'm back. And yes, I've changed outfits. Just like an award show around here. You know, you gotta keep things interesting, and we're allowed to still be excited. We're allowed to still create with that vibration. You know, it's not like just like, oh, the world's shut down. There's no fun to be had. You know, we're allowed to celebrate. We're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to create our own unique path. And we don't just have to put on our sweatpants and put on our hoodies and sit away in the dark. That's creating more lower vibes. Now, it doesn't mean we can't do that if we need rest, if we're going into hibernation and we're going to go into regeneration and chill out in the void. But we can also create with magic and wonder and excitement. The choice is up to us. So get creative out there, guys. Now, I've been called to have a little message for the feminine and the masculine after what transpired within our 4-4 activation. And for anyone who hasn't checked it out yet, I will link it down below. I cannot believe how many messages we got about prosperity and, wholeness achieved, union. And union is about everything coming together, the whole picture, and creating with it. There's so much more than just like, we think, oh, it just means we're being with our counterpart and we're going to ride off into the sunset. That's the movies. And we need to stop comparing our lives to the movies. Yes, you know what? Movies are great in order for us to relate to, but our life is a path that's unfolding. And a lot of the times it's what is unseen. And a lot of the times it's what, things we just don't have access to, because the divine is creating this grand orchestra with us. We're co-creators. And that's where we really have to learn how to trust and have faith. Have faith in the divine. And, if you're just searching for union, and focusing all of your energy on just the 3D union, then you're missing so much of what the journey is about. Now, it doesn't mean it's not tough. It doesn't mean it's not difficult. It doesn't mean we all don't have desires and, we're feeling certain things, because, of course, we want to be with our counterpart, most of us. But we're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to see what needs to be reflected. And part of the path is surrendering. It's surrendering to, all these other things that are just equally as important as our counterpart. The earth is equally as important. Our soul tribe members are equally as important. Our relationship with ourself is equally as important. And with the child, and just being the child and creating, as a child, you're not just thinking about being with the counterpart. As a child, you're thinking about playing and being in creation, getting lost in the wonder. Hanging out with, the earth, staring at La Luna, the moon, and being like, whoa, that's the moon. Can't believe the moon's there. Hanging out with the sun and being like, oh, I remember making lemonade and having lemonade stands and riding my bike and playing with bugs and insects and frolicking in the forest. That type of energy that just creates wonder, that's cultivates joy and happiness. All right. This is what is happening. I'm going to go here last. All right. So we're working away at the creation of New Earth. And this is through us, and this is within our homes. And we're doing it in balance. We have the sun and the moon. Confirmation right there. We're fertilizing life with our spheres of knowledge, and we're breaking through the cocoon stage in meditation. And this is happening away from the stimulus with Mother Earth. Our spheres of knowledge are connected to our ancients and ancient wisdom, the unseen, as well as what we're seeing through our activations. Right now, we are in a time of wondering if what we're doing is going to work out. You know, we've put in all this work and we're trying to see is there, where's the results? Are the results being accumulated? But they are. We need to trust in our abundance, our connections, and the great harmonic, the great symphony, and the energy of water, the energy of the feminine, and birthing creation, birthing abundance. This is the energy of the fertility. And it's the water energies and the harmony, the great harmonies being created. And we're doing that from, while we're being reflected back to us, the disharmonies. Right now, we're balancing with the energy of Libra, as the full moon is going to be in Libra. And this is connected to our partnerships, black, the white, and the ideals. It's connecting us to the energy of Saturn and our truths. And our truths through our heartache. And our heartache is connecting us to the energy of Cancer, I feel. And this is where we're getting back in touch with the energy of how do we nurture thyself. So here we have our feelings. And next we're going to Mercury and the mind. So we're going to connect our feelings with our mind, so we're balanced. And here with Saturn, we're going to use our age, and we're going to use our experience in order to help us make sense of this and expand. So with the void off course moon, we're going to trust and have faith in the divine, in the unseen, in what we cannot see. And thanks to the energy of Pisces, we're going to believe. We're going to believe in creation. We're going to believe in the seen and the unseen, the dark and the light and the flow. The Fibonacci sequence and spiral, the actual expansion. We have to believe in the expansion. Connecting us to Scorpio, I transform, and there we are. We've connected to the energy of our ancients. We're transforming. We are rebirthing. And we're going from the south node to the north node, our life's purpose, thanks to La Luna and the ecliptic path that the moon takes, the north and south nodes. This is connecting us to the energy of Chiron. And Chiron is helping us to heal. And we are healing right now our partnerships with the 7th house, 7, and it's connecting us to the 11th house and our friendships. And our friendships are connected to the divine, and they're balanced. And the whole key is balancing. This right now connects us to the current energy that we are in. We're ascending, and we are ascending with help from Venus. Another great feminine energy that's helping us to birth and create with love. And that has connected us to repetition. And this is where the message is, the message of insight. In the heavens, in the earth, in societies, in relationships and behaviors, repeating occurrences are everywhere. There are places where hot, dry months roll into a buildup that breaks into the monsoon season on a repeating cycle of dry, heat, and flood. The monsoons will come again, bringing rain for crops, but maybe also upheaval and disease. For the peoples who live in the monsoon climates, this is the way life is. For an outsider, the cycle might seem extreme, but the residents are accustomed to the heat, the humidity, and the wet. The relative ease, comfort, and stability of more moderate weather cycles may be unknown or unfathomable to them. Cycles exist in our lives in so many ways. Once we fall into their circling reliability, it can be hard to imagine life any other way. Adverse cycles do not need to be endlessly tolerated. Break the cycle and shift into something more comfortable. So we're breaking the cycle. We're breaking the cycle and ending our karmic loops, but we're also recognizing the cycles around us. The cycles around us that need to change, and the cycles around us that are actually helping to perform functions that we need. And this is the time we're in. And we know that we actually got the egg of life. So we fertilized life here. We actually fertilized life. And in doing so, this is changing. And that's what we're here today to ask. We're here today to find out for the masculine and feminine what is changing with our repetition. Venus right now is connected to the energy of the maiden, the youthful energy of the child. But the feminine, and remember, there's masculine and feminine in all of us. And this maiden right now is connecting to the energy of the Seven of Swords and seeing through trickery, seeing through herself trickery, and also seeing through the trickery that's going on within her space, her environment, people, places, things. But the Sword of Clarity is the medallion around his neck. And so that's what's important to him, is seeing the light through the deception. Now we know we have connected the body and the mind thanks to Cancer, I feel, and Mercury, the mind. Now we've made the connection. We've now become whole. We know that we've had a death and a rebirth in order to get to self. And in getting to self, we're creating our abundance. And in the creation of our abundance, we've achieved union. And this is where you're going to really be able to see the people that are vibing higher than others. The people that are still cultivating a relationship with the divine and trying to figure things out on the path are still going to be union, union, union. That means my counterpart is coming back. Those of you that are vibing higher right now are understanding it's union of self, it's union of the opposite energies, it's union with the divine, it's all of these energies coming together in order to create the whole. You have self, and union is what's happening within. And of course, yes, many of us are desiring union to happen without, but we understand it's happening in divine timing, and we are not just hyper focusing there. We're focusing on mission work. We're focusing on being in service in which way that is to you, and being light, being love, and allowing that to flow and sharing that with all the other relationships that are just as equally as important. We understand that we may not have everything we want within the 3D, but we're being given what we need. And in the 5D, yes, we are connected to our counterpart, and we're working to ground what we need to ground, as this is about everybody and raising the vibration for all and shape-shifting the whole entire world and creating for the next 7 generations plus. All right, guys. Let's get this clean up and get some messages. So the message to the feminine is all ready to go. Now, this is the thing. Please have fun when you're dressing up. Remember, that's the vibration of the child. And just having fun creating. Maybe you're making cookies. You're being silly. Feel good. Allow yourself that. And I also want to say, you know, if I triggered anyone when I was talking about union, this is the thing. Pain, feeling pain here is part of the path. We feel pain, we feel the negative. We've come here to add the positive charge to the negative situations and hold the vibration for the positivity, the positiveness through all the negativity. And we're being shown how to do that, how to hold that vibration of the positive charge through all the negative situations that come our way. And pain activates us. And, you know, it's experiencing the energy of the opposites, understanding the gifts of separation. Yes, it's hard. You know what? So much of this path is not easy. And I know sometimes we wish that it was, and we wish things were different. But this is our path. And we can either make lemonade, or we can sit there with sour lemons. And some of us like sour lemons. I like lemons. I've discussed this here. Now, I'm going to stop talking and get reading. So, the message that we're receiving today is, what does repetition mean for the feminine? We know that there's gifts of repetition. Repetition teaches us how to do things. We repeat, 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 and we get better. We master thyself over time. But being caught in a cycle that's never ending and that is unhealthy and unbalanced for us. The whole entire point is to be spiraling out, spiraling into expansion. The spiral right here, creating that. Okay. Let's see. You know what? We're going with, no, we're seeing how we're transforming first. We know that we're in a time of transformation. How is the feminine transforming? And the feminine is taking back her rightful place. There's so much feminine energy birthing anew right now, helping this transformation, helping this grand shift, helping new earth be birthed through us. And the feminine energy's been put on the back burner for far too long. We're leaders and we're warriors of the light. You know what? I thought that was the card, so I was going to let it flip on out. And it's not. How is the She's in a time of surrender and discovery. Surrender. Let the universe take command. When progress is blocked and we've fought our best to advance, the only option left is to surrender. We finally accept our reality. Surrender is less about giving up than it is to simply allow and admit what is. When we stop forcing our will, things will surprisingly get easier. And obstacles dissolve in unexpected ways. The universe takes care of the situation for us. And this sums up everything, you know, I was trying to say. We have to surrender to the path, to surrender to what's happening, to surrender to what is. Our lessons are often challenging and painful while we are going through them. We can't understand the great mystery of how the universe works no matter how we try. Yet life tends to make sense in retrospect. Hardships turn out to be spiritual gifts. Our enemies end up being our life's best teachers. Human weakness is our strength in disguise. Our goal is not to be large and in charge, but instead to surrender our entire being and align with the universe's mystical design. Fixing, figuring out, and manipulating our small, selfish attempts to bend life to our will. When we submit to our proper place in the scheme and let the universe work on us and through us, a power greater than ourselves restores order, peace, and equilibrium. And there it is. We're not manipulating the situation. We're not scheming. We let the universe work on us, through us, as a power greater than ourselves restores order, peace, and equilibrium. And that's what we're doing. And that's why it's like we're just having experiences and contacts with people in order to or situations in order to reflect back what we need to see, to shift our vibration, to change, to allow this great equilibrium. And we're co-creating. We're co-creating with the universe, so we have to allow that. We're not in control. We're in charge of our energy. It's time to let the universe co-create with us. And that's too, you know, saying, oh, well, I can't be happy right now. My counterpart is with so-and-so, they're married, or they're across the earth, or you know what, they're a different race and my family will never understand. No, we allow the shift. We learn the lessons we need to learn. We get reflected back to us. We need to get reflected back to us. And we allow the path to be cultivated over time. We don't know what's happening in a year. We don't know what's happening in 2 weeks. We don't know what's happening in 5 years. We don't know what's happening in 10. We allow it to unfold and to shapeshift. And we allow the fact that the universe is co-creating with us. And the one thing that's constant is change. And we matter. In the meantime, we matter. We are love. What we're doing is love. And what we're doing is for the greater good, for the healing of Mother Earth, and for the healing of the children. And that's connected to our inner child. Discovery. Dig down, uncover what's been there all along. How often do we trip over an ordinary thing, only to have it spontaneously take on a deeper meaning? What you've been seeking is right underfoot, hiding in plain sight. Brush it off, consider it anew, and discover the original values and meanings that have been obscured. Most of us take things for granted. Then one day we stumble over something normally overlooked. We have a serendipitous eureka moment that shifts our reality. A friend shares unexpected good news. We chance on a great new idea or find a place we thought only existed in our imagination. Or we learn that there's a skeleton in the closet, that we have an unknown half-sibling. It turns out we were adopted, or our employer is not who we thought. Discovering information can profoundly change our identity. We may become empowered, humbled, confused, or angered by what's come to light. Regardless which feelings are aroused, the facts are now in the open. So we've sought the truth, so we can create off of what's real and not what's illusion. We will never be the same. The challenge is to use our new information for growth. Dig down through the layers to discover what awaits you. What have you been overlooking? Now, usually the answer is simple. So let's see. The answer is simple. Let's ask Spirit. The answer is simple. What are we doing here? Right? Clear the fog and dare to be happy. And that's it. We're clearing through the fog. We're clearing through the illusion. And that's at number 13. So it's connected to our spheres of knowledge and breaking through the cocoon stage. We're seeing through the veil. We're seeing the unseen, not just what's seen. We're seeing the energy, the vibration of the situations in order to shapeshift them. And we're clearing through the fog. And this is doing work with our ego. And this is connected to the connections that we are trying to make. It's like, you know, we have to clear through that fog, and then that connection is even stronger. That connection is pulsating and it's even stronger. We have to move some of this dense matter and material, raise our vibration, whatever it is that we have to do to shift through this fog, to clear it. And now we're going to dare to be happy, and look at that. It's a time to create with joy, with happiness. Through all this negativity around us, this is the time now we create this vibration of joy, and we heal with the children. We let the masculine heal with the children. We heal with the children. We need to heal with that vibration all the which way around. It's connected to self. It's connected to the vibration of joy and happiness. Now, where are we going? Well, holy, we're going to a lot of places. We're going to a lot of places while we're in lockdown. Let's get a reshuffle. We're becoming responsive with the King of Cups. We're no longer miserable. We're happy. And there it is. From fear to love. All right, guys. So we're expanding. We're allowing this whole entire process to expand us. This is self-growth. We're no longer miserable. We're daring to be happy. We're becoming responsive in play again because we're clearing the fog. And in order to do that, we're not battling ourselves anymore. We're not battling, period. We're going to work with the inner child, and there it is. This is the Eight of Pentacles, and here we are working with the inner child. We're being diligent with our inner child work, and we're giving our inner child what they need right now to heal. And it's connected to the Empress, of course, the feminine energy, the water energies that are helping us to create the great harmonic. The harmonics are healing tunes for the collective, and it's connected to La Luna and Venus. There's the energy of Venus right there. We're not neglecting anymore. We've been neglecting. We're nurturing, and that is the true message right now. It's nurture. And we go from fear to love. Now, let's see what energy is supporting us in the shift. The water energies. There it is. Ooh. I love it. I'm excited. This is all water right here. Look at all this water. Helping us to create love from fear. Flowing, cleansing, and healing. The energy of water refreshes and moves gently. Spiritual renewal. Forgiveness, the need to connect, to understand and be understood. Intimacy and creative expression ride the current of water. It can wash away the debris of life, making everything feel fresh and new. Bring the quality of water to a situation by opening your heart, speaking the truth with kindness and compassion, encouraging connections, expressing forgiveness, and healing whatever and wherever you can. And this is connected to us, guys. The energy of water, the feminine, the mother energy, the nurturing energy, as well as spring is here. We're in a time of cleansing. And this water G is going to help us birth and create anew. Thank you. And thank you to the feminine energy. Thank you for all that you're doing and that you do and that you have done. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I will see you soon. That full moon in Libra reading is just a few days away.